Daily Incense, number 134, let's do it. That's a monkey, man. That's a lobster. That's a sheep. That's a dog. That's a monkey. That's a rock. That's a bear. That's a monkey. That's a cat. That's a monkey. That's a squid. That's an egg babe. That's a jellyfish octopus dang. Poop stomach ducking. That's a monkey. That's a fish. That's a lobster. That's a fire croc. That's a ghostly jellyfish. Ooh. That's a monkey. That's a kung fu panda. That's a monkey. Fire croc man. We can open a pack. Let's just do it. Let's go. Let's open a pack. Alright, let's see what we get. Hopefully something good. Okay, we got, that's a bird, that's a dog, that's a thing, that's a fighter, and that's a cocoon, that's it. Oh man, what the heck? That's a bug, that's a mouse, that's a bunny, that's a mouse, that's a pig, that's a mouse, that's a bug, that's a bear, that's a shroom, that's a swalloon supremacy, poop, that's a Pharisee, Decereth, that's a pig, that's a dog, that's a mouse, that's a squid, that's a rock, that's a monkey, that's punchy rock, that's a monkey, that's a bunny, that's a snake, that's a sheep, that's a monkey, that's a dog, that's a pig, snow pig, that's a monkey, that's a sheep, that's a beaver, that's a snake, that's a croc, that's a squid, that's a croc, that's a slime, that's a General Grievous, General Grievous, a fine addition to my Pokemon collection. That's a beaver, that's a pig, that's a bell, cool guy, yeah. Pooper, that's a bug, another one, that's a pooper, tiny fight, that's a dog, that's a monkey, that's a crocodile, that's a crocodile, that's a crocodile, that's a slug, that's a mouse, that's another mouse, that's a moose, that's a rat, that's a lobster, that's a, and I did a quick Pikachu. Well, this yellow rat be a different color? No, that's a goat, that's a bunny, that's a poop, that's a skunk, that's a rat, that's a mouse. That's it. Wow. This was not fun. Gotta be honest, not fun. This really did not go good. That's like this is like what? Oh, this? A 3 out of 10.